Like an hour ago, I did a video which I talked about your bad spirit ya kushindwa kulipa rent, and I want to add something on this. Your spirit, by the way, is so bad to a point you can inherit from. Unaona, ukiingia kwa hao, it is always advisable and good kuombe hiyo hao, kuiosha kabisa thoroughly, takasa hiyo nyumba however way you do it. There are ways that unaweza sanctify. Ndio spirit ya ule mwenye alikuwa hapo, labda alikuwa na mashida za alihama juu ya madeni, na wewe pia inakuja na kushika. Sometimes it is not even about yourself, it is about who was there before you. Hizo ma spirits zinafuatananga hivyo, and you
God, you call me by my name. The love you give me, I just can't deny. Yeah. No longer blinded, I can see you. I'm on my way to meet you.
Hola Posh Gang, how you doing? Mko freshi barida, mimi hapa nimebarikiwa and I hope you are blessed. Unajua nimeanza video hapa na intro ilikuwa a little bit I know of, but have a look at this video that I had also mentioned something close to that sometime last year. By the way, last year kitambo sana, when the thought of moving came in my head, then I started, life is so spiritual. Let's watch this first and then tuendele na gumzo. I'm still in shock that people don't believe kuna nyumba za swara. Please, and if you notice your house ni hizo za swara, songa kama injili. Don't wait for vitu ziumane. Don't wait ati vitu zitakuwa poa. Don't be scared to start over. Juu watu wengi wame comment, niko nyumba ya swara but I don't feel like going. Unaona mtu anaishi maisha ile ya pale juu kabisa. Usiwai ogopa kurudi chini. Na wenye hawaamini kuna nyumba za swara, ebu search for Miss Sweet hapa TikTok uone vile her house was haunted. Sasa wacha swara yake ilikuwa na maghost. Search for glass zinavunjwa, TV inajiwasha inajizima. Just go that particular video. I don't know how I can tag it, but she recently moved, yes, and I think she's okay. Kwanza hizi nyumba supu mnajengewa ziko na maspirit za usherati, kuwana, kusota, hata I don't know. So what are some of the things that you've have run across your mind after watching those two clips, the one I started with and the one that I did? Let's just summarize it up as life is so spiritual. Life is spiritual. And let's not blame the landlords or the spirit of luck, spirit of everything bad. We've all heard about houses where hiyo nyumba usiingie, watu wanakufianga hapo. Hiyo nyumba usiingie, watu wakiingia kama wameoana, they will always divorce. Hiyo nyumba usiingie, watoto wanashinanga wakigonjeka. Let's not blame it. Okay, there is the landlord part, and by the way, I learned so many things on the comment section when I made that video. Actually, that video kind of went viral on TikTok. Let me reduce the volume. So yes, this video had 35.5k likes. As you can see, probably you won't see it well. I'll put a screenshot here. So I want to see this video. Yes, this video was seen by 855,000 people and it had 35k likes. So I learned so many things on the comment section. Things like factors like maybe it's not even the landlord. Let's start with the landlord. I learned that in the comment section that some landlords, after the main walls, like the shell is put up, and then before they finalize putting the plaster is what comes before the paint, and then there is a middle process that comes after the stone, then there's the rough thingy, and then the plaster, then the paint. So I learned that some of our landlords, when it is in that middle phase, they scribe words. So if they are spiritualists, maybe bad people, they will come and write things, scribe things on the wall, and then whatever will happen. Maybe if it's dirty money, blood money that has been used to build that house, ama ni watu wa rituals, whatever will will befall you when you enter that house, that is your problem. And then if also you want to write words of blessings in your wall, you can write. If you want to write anything, you can scribe. So there's this, and asi tunajua watu wengi sahi pesa haipatikani in a straight way. So many people are getting money in weird ways and rituals and nini. Unaingia hapo, marriages never last, unaingia hapo, mtoto wako atawai pona, unaingia hapo, you and hubby always quarreling, unaingia hapo, you lose your job, unaingia hapo, you and money. So there is the landlord part where they play on whatever will happen to you after you enter the house. And then there is also the previous tenant. You don't know and you don't have control of whoever was living. Neither does the landlord has any control on whoever is living inside and the things that you do inside that house. So watu wengi, maybe previous pia tenant anaweza kuwa they were not godly, they were doing things in that house, rituals in that house. So that there's that factor, there's the landlord factor that will maybe trigger you and now living a bad luck life. Then there is previous tenants, and then also kuna partners. Kuna mtu tu anaweza kuja kwa life yako, everything goes paragasha down south. So let's not basically blame it on the landlords. You don't have rent, you've lost your job, you nini. But now today I want us to talk about that factor of you were okay before you moved into that house, everything was okay. Now, do you believe there are bad luck houses? Let's start there and let's talk in the comment section. Do you believe that there are bad luck houses? Me, I believe so, because I've lived in one. Unaingia tu nyumba vipoa na vitu zako vizuri, nice things. Ukitoka hapo hautakuwa na kitu. It's either you've sold all your stuff, ama umechotwa, you've been auctioned, you lost your job. And mostly these houses, kwanza when you want to move, every time you want to make the moving move, money disappears totally and completely. So what do we do? Maybe you want to upgrade your life and now you want to make the step of moving. Do you know unaweza enda house hunting? Tell me if it has ever happened to you. You go house hunting and then immediately you enter a flat, you feel like there's always a sixth sense that warns you. You go house hunting, you enter a house like this. It's beautiful and everything, but there's something about it. There's something about goosebumps. The house feels cold. The energy, the aura of the house feels no. Like it is not, and it has everything. Like maybe umepelekwa na friend yako, they'll be like, why don't you like this house? And you're like, I don't know. There's always that sixth sense. Na mostly hata ukiingia kwa hiyo nyumba that things will go down south, you will always say, I had felt it, I knew it. Some of the flats you enter, there are funny smells, nini. Ushaienda hata house hunting, unasikia tu, this house is smelling like cockroaches, it's smelling like rats. There's always that one factor. So always listen to your intuition. If that is the name, always listen to your intuition when you're house hunting. I don't know, should I do these vlogs of what to consider when house hunting? First of all, just know life is spiritual. And what I learned, because I'm thankful for that post I made, I don't know, let me check when I made it, because I moved in October. The thought of moving came into my head around mwezi wa tano. Yeah, this post was made in July. So already I was processing the thought of moving. So I learned a lot from this comment section, and if you have time, I'll put the link to that video in the description box. Please go and read the comments. I learned so many things. Most people said if you are moving, we've said there's the landlord factor, previous tenant factor, your partner, so many things. So to eliminate the previous tenant factor, just look for a new house, a house that hasn't had tenants before, like hiyo nyumba aina mixed energies, mixed whatever. Just look for a house that is brand new. If you're considering moving and you believe like life is spiritual, look for a house that is new. And I just sat and thought, no wonder these new houses get occupants immediately. They get occupied immediately. They get so full immediately. While on the other hand, these old or like houses that have had previous tenants, zinakanga sana before zipate mtu compared to the new houses. So kumbe watu have mastered this art of life is spiritual. So just move into a house that hasn't had a previous tenant. Secondly, like when I moved to this house, Kitu has something was like, you need to know this. Our house has our flat, our apartment, like something else. Like when I was moving to this house, it was nice and everything. Like when I saw this house, I told you guys when I was doing the moving vlog, I had looked for a house for over 3 months. When I saw this house, I was like, I'm home. Honestly, I'm home. I was the one who was pressuring those guys, take my money, because I didn't want my house to be given to anyone else. So I was the one who was begging them to take my money, like, please take my money. And they were like, no, there are forms that you're supposed to fill in. I don't know, bring your KRA. I'm like, take my money first. I'll do that later. So something to do when you're house hunting, involve God from the word go. Because that day that I found this house, remember I had house hunted for more than 3 months. That day that I found this house, I came out of my house and I told God, please let today be the day that I find my apartment. And God did exactly that. And that is the day I was seeing everything that I want. But then I was like, let me check around and then compare my notes. When I saw this house, all the other houses that I had seen were null and void. Like I didn't care and I didn't want to look for any more houses. I just wanted this one. So when you find your own house, to avoid bad luck houses, we know there are altars, we know there's the dark side, and if you believe in the light, of course you know there is darkness. So what do you do when you find your house? Please break every altar with prayer. Wash your house with salt while praying. If like me, this is the first house that I did what I did. I involved a person who prayed over it. I washed it with salt. I spoke blessings into my house. I spoke blessings into each and every room. Remember, this is a new house where nobody has ever occupied, but still do that to every house. Cleanse it, pray over it. So we did prayers. The house was anointed with anointing oil. I also washed it with salt. Please do that. And there are very few weird comments that I saw here, Gen Z, because I know this is all the work of Gen Zs. No millennial, unless a funny millennial can do this. Sorry. They were saying on your first day in a house, smoke bangi. Now what is that? On your first day in your house, you should cook. In your first day in that house, you should cook pork. Sijui in your first day in that house, you should do what? But let me tell you, just involve God. All the other things, leave them to the world. Involve God in prayer and believe that everything and every altar that was made in that house, it is broken. If you are living in a bad luck house, please move. But then when you want to move from those houses, pesa inapoteanga. Hata unaweza pata pesa ubakishe kama 1000 useme wacha nijaze nitahama. All the other money will go. But pray to God that uweze kutoka kwa hiyo nyumba ya swara. Okay? But then before you move, please involve God. Involve God and know that there are so many things going on outside here, you know. And if you've had an experience where you are all good, you had money, you had a job, and then after you had a job, your kids were okay, after you moved into a certain house, everything went blank. Please move and involve God. Sawa sawa. So kuna vitu mingi hapa nilijisikilia sana. You know, people saying, oh, we found a snake in the house. I put money in my house, then it disappears. I get sick each and every time. I get sick, especially end month. So when I pay rent and then I go to the hospital, all my money goes. So many things. But above all, also pray for a partner that is God-fearing and everything. Please, God, give us the spirit of discernment. Please, God, don't let us enter into fire. Anyway, I just forgive me, but I've seen it all. I think I've seen it all in this world. Anyway, I'm lucky to have you guys. Ati nakanga hapa na wapatia hula balu zangu. So, nyumba za swara ziko. Nyumba za swara is bad luck. For the rich, bougie people, swara is bad luck. So, just know, these bad luck houses are there. They are there, and in this world, they are there. And also life is spiritual, you know. Some friends, please don't bring everyone in your house. Don't bring everyone in your house. Some people belong uko mkutane kwa club maliziane uko. Some people belong to the hidden gems mkutane kwa restaurant mumalizane. Mwingine mmalizanie kwa kwenyu kazini. Don't bring people in your house. People will bring you trouble. People will bring... Please, that door you call your house, that should be your safe space, your sanctuary, your respected place. Don't collect everyone and bring them. And then some other things that we should, like the mirror in the sitting room. I'm not telling you because I don't have one. I love them. I wish I could have it, but because I know, please, you know, a mirror is a portal, right? So anywhere where your image reflects, please usieke mahali kuna kila mtu. Mirrors, don't put them in your sitting room, where everyone comes and put their face, and then you. And then if you have a mirror in your house, please don't bring visitors. Mirrors are portals. Ebu one day, if you don't believe me, if you don't believe that a mirror is a portal, you know, you must say, oh, basic posh, uko na mambo mingi, uko na beliefs mingi. Those mirrors that you put in the sitting room, make sure nyumba yako unanga wageni. And if you don't believe me, that mirror in your subconscious mind, I want you to test this in your subconscious mind. Hiyo mirror unaeka kwa sitting room. Siku moja ukienda kulala usiku, chukua like this is your bed, right? This is your bed and this is how you sleep, right? This is how you sleep. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. So if you don't believe what I'm saying, that you should avoid mirrors. I love them. They are beautiful. Avoid mirrors in the sitting room. If you are a person of bringing relatives, people, and each Tom, Dick, and Harry in your house. So, if you don't believe me, this is your bed. This is you sleeping. Kuja na hiyo mirror in your subconscious mind. Put it here. Put it here and sleep. We see if you will have sleep. that night. And if you put it and sleep, come back to this comment section and tell me. And also, if you put that mirror and it disturbs you at night, come and tell me here in the comment section. By the end of that, all of you will remove those mirrors you put in the sitting room. If you have mirrors in the sitting room, position them where not anyone can access. Ati kwanza umeweka, kila mtu akikuja anajiangalia. People perish for lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom. Be woke, oh. Be woke. Life is spiritual, oh. Life is spiritual. Anyway, I talk too much, but muachane na kuleta watu kwa nyumba. Watu wengine, leave them at your workplaces. Wengine, leave them at the restaurant. Wengine, leave them in those clubs that you go. Not everyone comes in your house bringing bad aura. Some people come to judge na kusengenya. Hata afadhali wa kusengenye kushinda wa kulete maaura zingine hazifai. Life is spiritual, okay? So guys, I usually come here, tell you ulabalu, ebu subscribe. It's free, just subscribe. If you've enjoyed this gist now, subscribe, and after you subscribe, ching ching ching, notification bell, so that you can be notified when this is called Vutastool. We have Vutastool every Sunday. We gist, and I want to see the reaction and the comments to this video so that I can know if I can talk more about it. Sai nimeongelea tu juu. So until the next time, may the good Lord bless you, and may the good Lord fill us with the spirit of discernment. So until the next one, guys, ciao ciao.